Hello, welcome back to yet another Big Day 77 video with me, Steve Stevens. I'm here to conduct the video. So, as we know, the greatest game of all time is the IMF Trading Game. Now, some say that this game is incredibly boring, but to those people, I say, you just haven't played as Neema. Okay, this is our second game as Africa. We are playing Africa because this week in Africa, a week passed. No, we're playing as Africa because I damn well feel like playing as Africa, and it's better. I'd also just like to mention quickly that Europe in this game is being represented by France, which is a terrible, terrible representation to use because most of Europe isn't France. Anyway, moving on. This man here will be buying 500 kilograms for that much. No sirree, Bob. We're talking at least 1,000. Okay, mate. Good on you. All right. Already we have now 50% more than we previously did, and we have to remember that while we're playing this, that in the world there are some serious issues that are not being represented by the IMF Trading Game. For example, climate change, which is which genuinely is a serious issue that we should be very worried about as the protest, and many people aren't worried about them as the protests in Melbourne this weekend showed. However, some of the things they're suggesting, I personally think, are quite stupid. For example, this whole Citizens Committee on Climate Change. Honestly, I don't think that's the way to go, because I do not trust, Bob Smith and Steven Spielberg and whoever it is that's going to be on this committee of citizens to decide this. I would much rather it be decided by people who know stuff about this, not just randomly selected citizens. Like, climate change isn't a jury. I'll be honest though, I do not know exactly what they're suggesting. I just know that they asked for, a citizens committee on climate justice. I personally, I don't think that that's a particularly good idea. I think it's a much better idea to go down the what do you call it? The route of a carbon tax, because it's the recommended way to do this, by being recommended by, most reputable economists as the best way to deal with climate change. I mean, I haven't heard a better solution yet, and if you can think of one, post it down in the comments below, because we, as a society, need to work this out, and Big Day 77 is going to be a big part of that, I think. We're a very climate-conscious YouTuber. I say we are, because we all are Big Day 77. It's not just me, not just you. We are all Big Day 77. Anyway, so, moving on. I mean, I've heard there have been accusations that I should put music in my videos. Some might say that you mean suggestions. No. Accusations, because he's accusing me that I do not have enough music in my videos already. My videos are the most musically brilliant videos in the world. Full stop. You don't know, but right now, there are 20 pianos behind me. 20. That's at least 5 more than 15. I mean, let's be honest here. If anyone is a musician, it's me. I mean, I can't sing. I can't do music. But what I can do is I can play the kazoo. Therefore, I am a music man. So I think that's that criticism dealt with, because this is really starting to get out of hand, the amount of criticism for not having music in my videos. I just think people need to calm their tits. It's getting a bit extreme, a bit much. And if you really think about it, who else are you going to go to for IMF Trading Game videos? Someone else? Probably. Anyway, I need to stop saying moving on. Sorry for being really annoying this video. I'll promise that at least in the next one I'll be a lot happier. And yeah. So yeah, this week's been pretty good. Sorry for not uploading. I just had a pretty busy week. Lots of business had to be dealt with. Yeah. I'd also just yeah, I mean, it's been a good week. Because this week things have been going pretty well. Very well indeed, much better than previously. Notre Dame has not burnt down this week. That was previously. It's a really inspiring story. That, did you hear, it was probably started by someone who spoke French? Is that really that much of a surprise? I mean, honestly, if someone was going to start a fire, they would be speaking French. I would be. If I was an arsonist, I would make sure to learn French. Because French is the language of arson. See, money is tight right now, so I'll pay, what's that, 66 less dollars. Come on, you can probably look, you're a country and you can't win 66 more dollars. I don't think so. I don't think so, Australia. It's been pretty hot there recently, though. Lots of smoke. Maybe that's causing the issues. Too much smoke. That's probably what it is. It probably is just too much smoke. That's happened this week in Sydney, where I live. There's been a lot of smoke over the last week. I mean, people have been walking around just coughing everywhere. We're talking, the amount of coughing that has been happening has been unrivaled in thousands of years. There's never been this much coughing outside of places where they smoke for at least the last, I don't know, millennia. And we need to recognise that, and we need to push forward and improve life. I think that's quite true. Just to state this, Mr. Anthony, cacao for $2.99. I would normally say absolutely not. That's not enough. But you offered me $2.99. So because of your insight, I'll accept that. But that's really just a gift of good faith. You can go for $0. I can barely afford it, but I'll pay $0 US. I don't think so. Now, I just like to see if it's actually by digits, because if I put in that many zeros, no, okay, times are hard and that's a bargain. I'll pay $0 US. No, you won't. I'm not letting you pay $0 US. Look, this episode's turning into getting a little bit long. I think this might be a two-parter episode. So, I mean, if I haven't finished this in a couple minutes, then absolutely not. I don't think that. I think we might end up having to play, and this episode might just end up being 2 episodes. So, yeah, that's pretty good. So, last video, in between this video, last video and this one, Australia had their election. And I think that's a pretty major thing in the world, because Australian elections are really important. Bill Shorten managed to lose the unlosable, as many people say. I think I could have done a better job. I mean, I could have just said nothing, and I might have maybe won. I mean, next election, Big Day 77. We're gonna win the Big Day 77 party. That's not a promise, by the way, but it might be. But you know what they say about people that want to become Prime Minister? They usually just become Chancellor of the Exchequer or Home Secretary. And then they wait until the future, and then they become Prime Minister. Now, just in case this video gets taken down, I'm going to be cutting them before 10 minutes from now on, so that if this video gets nicked for the amount of music that's in it, if someone copyright claims that they can't put 4 ads on it, they can only put 2. So this video will be in protest of climate change as well. In protest of climate change, this video will be 30 seconds below 10 minutes. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Well, after this trade. Okay. Bye. This has been Big Day 77, and I hope you have a big day.